Nawaz Sharif is also in London, also on medical grounds. He,
manhandled by the NAB, in his custody.
Manhandled, you say. Yeah. The truth is, Nawaz Sharif is a convicted criminal.
Well, I hope you know that both cases in which he has been convicted, in both judgments, it has been written that the prosecution has not been able to prove any corruption, any kickback, any loss to the exchequer. So what else we want?
I'm sorry, sir, but it is quite clear that he is a convicted criminal. And again, the Accountability Court, which works alongside the National Accountability Bureau, found against Mr. Sharif. I believe he was given a 10-year sentence and it was reduced ultimately to 7 years. He was then allowed to come to London on medical grounds, the same medical grounds that you brought you to London too. So here the two of you sit. And now, you and he, you of course used to be his finance minister in the Pakistan government, you and he put yourselves forward as leading voices in the opposition in Pakistan demanding early elections and an end to Imran Khan's government. And I ask you, what credibility do you think you have with the Pakistani people?
I think what credibility Imran Khan government has. The world has witnessed that it was a stolen election, it was a rigged election. It's not we are saying, we have experienced. All pre-poll 2018 surveys indicate the PMLN will win. But the observers, the Human Rights Commission of Pakistan, the dirtiest election. Everybody knows the election has been stolen from us. So I think we have every right.
I just look back at the EU monitors report on that election. They reported some grave concerns about abuses in specific places, not involving just one party, but several different parties. But the final and ultimate conclusion was that they believed the result was credible, that Imran Khan's election victory in 2018 was credible. That was the conclusion of the EU report.
Then you haven't read all the reports. The Human Rights Commission of Pakistan.
You can cherry pick the most negative. I'm telling you that the EU monitors, highly respected, independent monitors, looked at everything that happened in Pakistan and they concluded that Imran Khan's victory was credible. You're now alleging that this is entirely unacceptable when your erstwhile boss and your very close ally, Nawaz Sharif, was working hand in glove with Pakistan's military dictator, General Zia, for many years. And suddenly he's decided that the military and the way they interfere in politics in Pakistan is entirely unacceptable. What kind of hypocrisy is that?
No, I disbelieve this analysis. Frankly speaking, I disagree with you.
Well, what bit of what I've just said is wrong?
Maybe evolution process. Maybe evolution process.
Evolution process?
Yes, because you know
oh, you mean because then he was in power and now he's out of power, so he's really angry with the army because they won't work with him.
No, it's not the first time. It's the third time he was prime minister, and Imran Khan, own interior minister, tells the whole world that Mr. Sharif would have been fourth time prime minister if he had not got trouble with the establishment.
You see, Imran Khan may be unpopular in Pakistan now, but when he heard what Nawaz Sharif said last month at that rally, when he directly targeted the chief of army, Imran Khan said this. He said, "How dare Nawaz Sharif point to the general and blame him for what is happening in Pakistan when for years Mr. Nawaz Sharif polished the boots of a former military dictator." When Imran Khan said that, I dare say he actually had a great deal of sympathy from many Pakistanis who know hypocrisy when they see it. If everything is so crystal clear, why do you not go to Pakistan and make this case in a court of law?
Well, the court of law, my lawyers were there. I'm here for medical treatment. I have a cervical issue.
You've been here for what, best part of 3 years on this medical issue?
Almost, yes, I am.
Are you still really suffering?
Yes, I am.
And you couldn't possibly get back to Pakistan?
Well, let's see what's happening in Pakistan. Where are the human rights? What's happening in NAB custody? Where people have dozens of people have been killed virtually.
But sorry, you're saying that people being investigated by the NAB, the National Accountability Bureau, have been killed?